This is Mrs. Wilcoxis in the library, and I wanted to show you a new feature in Noodletools. I think it's been around for about 6 months or so, but I just learned about it this morning. So if you're in the GALE databases, and you know it's a GALE database because you have the GALE ribbon over here on the left-hand side, it always goes vertical. So you come over here to cite, if this is an article you want to cite, you go to Citation Tools, okay, Export to, Noodletools. There are obviously other places you can export it to, right? But Noodletools is a place that Pius has an account to, that we have all sorts of features that go way beyond your free version. So let me encourage you to use Noodletools, make a Noodletools account. I'm going to hit Noodletools, hit export. It opens it up. I had already logged onto Noodletools. Otherwise, I think it's going to prompt you to do that. You choose which project you're going to do it. I'm going to call it sophomore research paper. It says improves. You can actually, if you see an error and you want to make the changes, you can actually click here and do that and send feedback back, but you don't need to do that. We're going to go ahead and import references. And you've long been able to import, let's see if it did it. I think it did. So let me go out to Noodletools real quick. You've long been able to import citations, but they were not editable. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to go into Sophomore Research Project. I go into Sources. And there's that article. There's this right here. It says this reference was exported from a database. I'm going to come over here. Okay, is this correct? I do not know. You click in here and you'll start looking around. Like usually your teachers don't want you to use the URL. In a different video, I'll show you how to do that. Okay, but you need to check through here and see if next to anything you see like a little yellow triangle, and that usually indicates to you that there's a problem. Like I don't think we need to have US here. So it used to be when you imported a citation, you imported it, but it wasn't editable. It wasn't going into these editable fields, so it wasn't super helpful. But this, I think, is super helpful. And then you can add annotations here. That's another video. Let me show you what I'm talking about, where I talk about the little triangle. If I lowercase this, okay, it's going to make a suggestion. The first letter of word serious should most likely be capitalized, and they are right. They are typically right. They are not always right. So you can quickly figure out your problems by using this little triangle, this little warning triangle, and then you can cite your sources with a little bit more ease. Again, you always need to check, okay? But when you import it in and you see this little triangle, it's like a little note to yourself to look into this and see if this is all good. So anyway, hopefully you find that helpful, and that works for all the GALE databases.